Hi, welcome back to this month's edition of Spotlight Edmonds Real Estate TV show. My name's Wayne Purser, local realtor with Coldwell Banker Bain Real Estate Services, downtown Edmonds, just footsteps from the fountain. Today I have a special guest, Spencer Addicott with Addicott Roofing. We're going to talk about the real estate weather report, and then I'll have some comments for 2017. So right now I'd like to welcome a good friend of mine, Spencer Addicott with Addicott Roofing. Welcome.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Great. Why don't you tell us a little bit about Addicott Roofing, or basically yourself to start off with. Who are you?
So I grew up in Edmonds, not far from here, and went to University Prep, which is in North Seattle. Ended up going on to University of Colorado at Boulder, having a great 4 years there, graduating in international business. And then kind of naturally transitioned into the role working with my dad. It's a family company, third generation actually.
Okay.
My grandfather started the company, and then my dad then took over. It was initially called George's Roofing, and then he changed the name to Addicott Roofing. So we're 42 years under the name Addicott Roofing actually.
Okay.
So even more than that under George's. And didn't initially think when I was growing up that I wanted to be a part of the business, but did work summers and so forth, doing laboring and some installing with him. And then did a few things out of college, worked in the hospitality industry for a bit, worked for an internet startup for a little year and a half, 2 years, and then just made the natural transition into this role as VP.
Good, good. So with roofing, as you said, you've done summers with Dad, and I'm sure with Grandpa also. So with that tell us what type of materials are they using nowadays?
So overall, they're mostly installing composition in this area. The metal roofs, some seamless metal roofs or snap block metal roofs are being installed. On low slope applications, most of it's torch down or TPO or PVC, which is sort of like a boat, inflatable boat membrane is the best way to describe it.
Right.
Very thin, it's a lifetime roof. A lot of it's a commercial application, but it is seen in residential. But what we're mostly installing is composition, doing residential re-roofing, composition, and converting cedar shake into composition roofs, as well as TPO and torch down for low slope.
Right. And as you said, most people around here are compositions.
Yeah.
As a realtor, a lot of my clients, whether it be sellers or buyers, during the inspection time, they talk about, what does the roof look like? Do we need someone to come out? What kind of recommendations can you give a seller before they go to sell their house?
Yeah, so for a seller, oftentimes people don't understand this or know this, but the bank will ask for a 5-year certification is primarily what they're doing these days. And so that means that they need a licensed roofing contractor to come in and give their professional opinion whether or not the roof can last 5 years or more. And so it's not a guarantee, which some people think it is, because let's say Addicott Roofing did not install that roof. It's not a guarantee against further leaks. It's just a professional opinion on a licensed contractor.
Correct.
So we provide that service, and then also we can take any money out of closing, which is nice. So we do 0 down on all our roofs. So no money up front, which is pretty rare for the industry. Make sure the customer is satisfied with their project, and then once it's complete, make sure everything's up to shape, and then ask for money upon completion. So that's something we can also do, which helps real estate agents and sellers by not putting in skin in the game up front.
Right.
Let's say if they have to replace the roof, which is pretty good cost.
Yeah, that's a huge benefit for
Yeah.
a seller. That I was very impressed when you let me know that's what your
Yeah,
company
so
does.
we've done that for 42 years,
Yeah.
0 down.
And so then if I'm representing a buyer and a buyer wants to ask a question from a roofer, what kind of questions do you get?
So a buyer would want to make sure there's proper ventilation, that the ventilation's up to code, because oftentimes looking at a roof, you might not be able to see, things that lie underneath and ventilation, whether there's moisture in the attic space. And then also you just want to make sure that the roof's in good lifetime, that's going to at least last you 5 years, and maybe get a quote on what it might cost you to replace that eventually, which is something we provide for free. It's
Right.
free estimates.
Right, and you are local in South Snohomish County, so very close by, and you can respond quickly.
Yeah,
which is
usually
great.
we respond free estimates within a week, which is pretty good for the industry.
Okay, and then you were talking about some quickly some new technology that's coming. As the world is changing, The smartphones just have our 10-year anniversary. What's happening with roof in the next 5-10 years?
So coming up, it's not been released yet, but the press release has been released, is Elon Musk with Tesla just came out with the solar roof that they come out with, and it'll be something that is definitely going to be impactful in the next 5 to 10 years. It's about to come out in 2017 to start, but basically instead of having solar roof panels on top of the existing roof, they're building it to make it integrated into the roof itself, and they're going to have actually different types. It'll be
Right.
resemblance of a tile, a slate they're going to have, and then one that's just all opaque.
Right.
So it's pretty good looking roofing material. My dad and I are both pretty excited about the opportunity, and
Right.
could be a big game changer.
Yeah, if the way life is changing
Yeah.
so quickly. So, again, what for a homeowner, what 2 type of maintenance tips can you give them?
Definitely keeping algae and moss off the roof. If there's a big buildup, you might have to do a power washing, which can be done. The homeowner can do themselves as long as they're doing it correctly, not going up on the shingles, but going down on them. And then also applying like a zinc sulfate, which is a residual moss treatment. Oftentimes the moss treatments they're selling at Home Depot and Lowe's is not residual, so basically it works one time and then it washes down the drain. Having it residual can last up to a year to 2 years, which it's not going to completely eliminate, but it'll definitely subdue further growth.
Great,
Yeah.
great, okay. As we wrap up our portion here, is there anything else you'd like to say?
Something that's kind of heightened in the winter times is a freeze-thaw effect that often gets overlooked, and it's pretty much invisible to the eye because it's happening in your attic space. So having proper ventilation can help relieve this effect. And basically what happens is when we have cold sub-zero temperatures or sub-freezing temperatures, any moisture that might be in your attic space actually freezes to the bottom side of the sheeting.
Right.
And then once that melts, let's say it gets above 32, you can actually start to get leaks. So this is a big time that people start to get a lot of leaks besides heavy rain and wind, is the freeze thaw. Is once that actually moisture freezes and thaws,
Right.
then you're starting to get a lot of leaks. So
Right.
the phone's starting to ring more and more with that. And the way to go about that is, and to alleviate that, is to make sure you have proper soffit ventilation and then attic and ridge ventilation, which alleviates moisture.
Right,
So.
right, super. So if people have questions for you or want to get an estimate or a repair or maybe a new roof, how do they reach you?
Email or phone is best. We usually respond within 24 hours. We'll have our contact info
Okay.
here.
And your phone number would be?
425-774-0806.
And an email address for yourself?
Yeah, it would be Spencer, just SPENCER @AddicottRoofing.com.
Okay, super. And then you guys have a website?
Yep, we're revamping it right now. Actually going to be having a new build, a new version of it coming out in a few months. But right now it's just AddicottRoofing.com, and it'll
Okay.
be that as well in the future.
Super. Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Again, I'd like to thank my guests, Spencer Addicott from Addicott Roofing, and now we'll go on to Spotlight in Edmonds Real Estate Weather Report. Each month I have a special guest on my Spotlight in Edmonds Real Estate show, so I'm inviting you, viewers, to send someone to me that you think would be interesting to have on the show or a certain topic. Please email me at waynepurser@cbbain.com with your information. Thank you. Welcome back to Spotlight in Edmonds Real Estate Weather Report. For Edmonds, 020 zip code, we currently have 31 listings, which is down 8% from last month. Solds at 28. Days on market about 33, so that gives us a weather temperature of about 88 degrees. Rates are flat. They went up late last year, and they're currently flat right now. Edmonds, 026 zip code, 37 current listings. They're actually down 20% with 54 solds, days on market of 30 days, weather temperature of 90 degrees. As we move to Mill Creek, Briar, Linwood, Mount Lake Terrace, and Mill Creek, currently 129 listings. That's down 25%. Solds are 189. days on market 26, and a weather temperature of 92 degrees. Last, we have Shoreline, 31 homes on the market. They're actually down 33% with listings. 62 solds. Now these solds are for the month of December 2016. 16 days on the market and 94 degrees. As we can see, all the current listings are down because of the holiday. The sales are up because buyers know that during the fall time, November, December holidays, that serious buyers are out there, so sellers have their home on the market. And then a typical lack of inventory for January, and the market will change come February. That's it for this month's Spotlight Edmonds Real Estate Weather Report. Welcome back to this month's edition of Spotlight Edmonds Real Estate Show. A couple comments about what I'm predicting and what my company is predicting for 2017. Coldwell Banker Bain released its 2017 market predictions for the Puget Sound region, including South Snohomish County, and predicts the real estate market will still be strong in 2017. Let me go through 5 reasons why. Number 1, the data shows that the population growth rate in Puget Sound region, currently at double the national rate, coupled with expected continued strong job growth, is one factor pointing to our main prediction that the real estate market will continue to be strong as it was in 2016. Nearly 200,000 people surrendered their out-of-state driver's license for Washington state licenses during the past 12 months. It's a sure sign of a commitment to residency. If we conservatively apply 2 licenses per household, that's 100,000 new households moving into the area. An average of 70% of those move to King, Snohomish, Pierce, and Kitsap County because that's where the majority of the jobs are, according to the Puget Sound Regional Council. Number 2, 9,120 new construction building permits were issued over the past 12 months compared to the 70,000 or so new households established in the area. Number 3, we stand by this prediction even considering that recent mortgage rate increase in any major decision made by the incoming Trump administration that might be a negative influence on the economy. There's just nothing that can be done in our area anyway to deflect the number of households needed for new residents to the area. We will most definitely continue to see a seller's market. Number 4, the recent rise in interest rates has and will continue to spur market activity. Not only will current buyers most likely increase in numbers, but we also expect sellers that have been holding off on listing their home to decide to go on the market. Some are fearful that rates might escalate to the point of having a negative impact on sales, and if they don't sell now, they'll risk missing the boat. Remember, Snohomish County's economy remains strong with low unemployment. Last, number 5, the hot area in South Snohomish County is most likely going to be Mountain Lake Terrace and Shoreline in North King County due to new developments of both residential and condominiums. Affordability, which is the big thing, affordability, and close access to I-5. Market demand will support an increase in condo and townhome sales. The majority of homes in South Snohomish County are now above water and have appreciated to the market price of 2007. Those are things that our company predicts will happen in 2017, and I look forward to giving you a report come January 2018 to see how we've done. Thanks again for tuning in to this month's Spotlight Edmonds Real Estate Weather Report and Real Estate Report. We look forward to seeing you next month.